Hey everybody, Johnny Retro here. As you can see on old Johnny's face that he can't get a Super Nintendo controller to work. None of the buttons are responding, and he's getting very frustrated. I have the first controller I use primarily, it works fine, but the second one does not work, period. So let's open up this thing and check it out and see what's going on. As you can see here, I'm hitting start, select, A, B, X, Y, shoulder buttons, D-pad, nothing's responding. And I think there's an issue going on with the inside. Maybe the contacts are dirty, but I want to go check it out. As you can see here, the controller is plugged in. So let's tear this thing apart and see what's going on with this thing. Alright, here's the controller. We're going to give this thing the full works today. We're going to open it up, clean it out, wash all the plastic pieces and rubber pieces. First we got to unhook the controller from the console. Yeah, this thing is pretty dirty. Like this spot here, it's yellowed and stuff. And yeah, let's get this all cleaned up with hot soapy water. So, see these 5 screws here? We're going to use a small Phillips screwdriver and get these screws out. Alright, now that we got it open, let's check this board out and see what it looks like. See what the contacts look like. Alright, here's the main wires here connected to the cable. Let's test these bumpers here. They're still a little spongy. Got a little bounce to them, that's good. So now we're gonna, instead of unhooking that cable, we're just gonna unwind it from here. That's pretty much it. Be careful when you're pulling this out that you're not tugging on the shoulder button board here, because they're very fragile. They're just soldered on, so make sure you just want to pull it out very loosely and easy like this. Alright, so now we're looking at the contacts here. See these white lines right here? Those are supposed to be solid white. So if you see any dark spots on there, that means they are dirty. They need to be a solid white. Same with the D-pad buttons too. They need to be solid white as well. The ABXY buttons look pretty white, but I'm going to clean them anyways since I'm giving them the full works. Since I'm having issues with those buttons as well. Now we're going to get these buttons figured out. So the shoulder buttons right here, those easily come out. There's a pin in there that holds them in place, as you can see here. Don't lose those, you need those. Now we're going to take the rubber plungers for the shoulder buttons out. Now let's see the start and select buttons. Oh yeah, now I know why those were dirty. Yeah, that's bad. That's 25 plus years of playtime on that controller. Wow. Now here's the rubber piece behind the D-pad. Yeah, this isn't too bad, but we'll wash it anyways. See how this D-pad looks? Yeah, that's pretty dirty. So we're definitely gonna wash this out. Let's check the rubber piece behind the buttons here. Yeah, that needs washed. Underneath of the buttons don't look too bad. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll still wash them anyways. As you can see the inside here, you can see yellow, purple, red, green, lavender. That's cool. Plus it has arrows and it shows you where the buttons go. So it has the PAL version controller and the North American controller. Nice. It's pretty self-explanatory. This thing's gonna get a good scrub here. Yeah. Alright, so now we're actually going to clean these contacts. So as you can see, the white lines in here need to be a solid white. So all we're going to need is Q-tips and isopropyl alcohol. So now we're going to get the Q-tip wet with alcohol, and then we're going to start wiping away this contact here. If you notice, it's getting a little whiter, it's getting a little clean. I'm going to dry buff it here. Right there, get that excess alcohol off. There. See, you can already tell a difference. See that? So clean, dirty. Clean, dirty. Now you want to check the shoulder button contacts, make sure that wire didn't get disconnected. It's only held on by solder, so it's very, very fragile. So be careful. I want to speed this up for time. I want to clean the rest of the contacts, so the A, B, X, Y, the select, and the other buttons. Also, don't forget to clean the contacts on the shoulder buttons. Be very, very careful. This is a fragile area of the board. Alright, that's it for cleaning the contacts, and let's move on to clean the buttons and the exterior. Alright, so you want hot, soapy water. And I use an old toothbrush, something that's soft bristle so it doesn't scratch anything. So I'm going to let that soak in there. Start popping every piece in. Then stir around the water and let the parts soak for 10-15 minutes. Now while we wait, let's clean the screws and the shoulder button pins. Now after that is soaked for a few minutes, let's get a Q-tip and wipe away the debris off the screws. Now that the rest of our parts have been soaking for 10 to 15 minutes, time to clean them with a toothbrush now. Here's the before and after. You can tell a major difference, but that yellow spot I couldn't get rid of on the controller, that's due to oxidation. That it happens, it's old. But other than that, well done. Now before we put it back together, make sure the parts are completely dry. Like, I let mine dry for an hour and I had a fan blowing on it, and after the hour, all the parts were completely dry, so that works. Okay, time to put it all back together now. This is pretty simple. The hardest part is probably the buttons. They go in a specific way, as I stated before. It's in the interior of the controller. It tells you where it goes. You just got to follow the pattern. I'm going to speed things up here along to save time. You can also use YouTube's function to slow the video down if you need a step-by-step and watch me put it back together. Please don't do what I did. I put the rubber shoulder plungers upside down. I was wondering why it wouldn't fit, so I basically had to take it apart again and put it back the right way. Now we put the 5 screws back in, and that should be it. Well, there we go. All put back together. Buttons feel good and all that. Looks pretty clean, except for that one piece right there. That's oxidation. Nothing I can do about it. But alright, let's try this out. Alright, let's start the game up. Yep, D-pad's working now. That's good. That is very good. Let's check the side D-pad buttons. Okay. Looks like it's working. D-pad at least. Now let's try the A button. Start. Okay, start works. Alright, let's fight. Okay, buttons work good. Alright. Awesome. Seems to be working pretty well now. Well, I'll be damned. Just cleaning it fixed it. Wow. Awesome. And there you have it. Went from a non-working controller to a perfectly working controller. I wonder how many people threw away their Super Nintendo controllers just because it was dirty. That would be bad. Just simple as cleaning it apart. I mean, it was easy to take apart. It's probably one of the easiest controllers I've worked on. For sure. Just cleaning it, bam. It's like brand new. But okay, that'll do it for me today, guys. Please smash that like button. Also, if you can, please subscribe. That would help my channel out tremendously. It's free, of course. And if you feel like you didn't like my video, you can always hit that thumbs down, but we know somebody will. That's pretty certain. Guaranteed. But thanks again. Johnny Retro out.